All this week, we are profiling sports figures from Wisconsin who have been selected for their respective Halls of Fame during 2022.
Tonight, our Tim Van Born drops the green flag with a NASCAR standout who went from teenage phenom to Winston Cup champ as we go beyond the game during this Hall of Fame week.
You've accomplished so much in your career. The age of 50 is kind of a reflective point for a lot of people. How do you reflect on what you've done to this point, knowing a lot of life will be raised ahead of you?
Yeah, I mean, turning 50 sucked. I mean, it's, turning 30 was tough for me. 40 wasn't bad. 50 was really bad. So I'm still trying to get over that. I'm only a few months into that. So there is something about hitting that number that was psychologically damaging to me. So I'm trying to get past that, but certainly I do look back a lot more than I used to.
I've always loved your candor, never more so than right there. Great answer. As a guy who always just kind of focuses on what's next, is it difficult to reflect on all you've done and your body of work?
You know, I'm always a guy that probably dwells more on my mistakes than celebrates my successes, which is a bad thing, especially when you're done racing, because there's no, why dwell on that now? But however, I will say getting older and not being a full-time driver, it's taken me a few years to really accept the fact that that part of my life is over and that ship has sailed and I'm never going to be a professional race car driver again. So with that being said, I'm in a much better place than I was maybe 2 years ago or even 3 years ago. Certainly being elected into the Hall of Fame is brought a little more reflection, and I heard from a lot of people and thought about a lot of different people that have helped me and all the fun stories and fun times we had racing, different people you've met, different places you've been, all that kind of stuff.
So where do you get your camaraderie fix now, Matt?
I think drop-off line at school. So I have a buddy down here. We like to race to school a little bit. Actually, he doesn't like to race to school. Whenever I see him, I make sure I beat him to school. I don't really have any emptiness right now, like I need to be racing or I need to be doing, something else. I know something else is going to come along professionally that I will end up doing sooner or later.
How about physically? I know you've done a lot of, physical competition since racing. Has that been an outlet for you?
It really has. That's been really good for me. I do need some structure and some competition in my life. So yeah, training for marathons is really fun for me. You don't have a car, but there's still a ton of, research to do about what makes you faster, what makes you more efficient, diet and sleep and different training regimens and researching training and doing all that stuff. So that's been fun for me to have kind of a schedule. Did the Boston Marathon in April, and right now I'm a few weeks into training. Plan on running the London Marathon in October. So yeah, that's been keeping me busy. That kind of fulfills the competitive part for me at the moment.
I've seen you race as a kid and all the way right up to. I remember at Columbus 151, I saw you racing over there. As a young buck on the way up. How much better did you get as a driver just doing it?
It's funny. I ran my first race at Columbus 151 Speedway. Everybody starts at a different time, so I think things move around. When I started racing, I never drove a car at all until I was 16. We're now people are starting at 5, running quarter midgets and stuff. So, when you're young, you have tons of raw talent, but typically you don't have a ton of discipline. Typically you don't do all the rest of the things right when it comes to eating or fitness or sleeping or studying or testing or whatever it is, right? You're pretty carefree.
What do you miss most about driving every week and being at that top level?
I would say mostly the camaraderie, going to work with your crew chief and your engineers and your team guys and going to lunch and winning races and seeing their faces in victory lane. The driving wasn't even really my favorite part. It was all the rest of it, trying to figure out how to get your car faster than everybody else's, how to figure out how to have a better strategy than everybody else, how not to make mistakes, all those things. That was kind of my favorite.
And we went to Las Vegas. And
are you a speech guy? Are you, what are you going to do Hall of Fame night?
My least favorite part, honestly, is giving a speech for sure. And I think it's like that for everybody, even the people that are good at it. So I don't really necessarily look forward to that. You kind of do, but you don't. I think the biggest thing I'm looking forward to is just for my family to be able to experience it all. Like my kids, they don't really remember it that much, especially my youngest ones. They weren't really at the track very much, and when they were, they don't remember anything about it. So I think that'll be the neatest part, is for them to be able to come and kind of share that and kind of see me up there.
Matt's induction night is January 20th, 2023 in Charlotte. That's a long way from his early days for the native of Cambridge, Wisconsin.